Alright, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bertemu kita kembali dalam rancangan, bukan rancangan lah, dalam subjek USMG10 Fundamentals of Management. I'm sorry guys, sumpah sorry, because this is short semester. Kalau boleh tiga kali kelas tu 3 topik baru, but I cannot do that lah. Okay, it will be too hard for you kan. Okay, so topic number 6, understanding groups and managing work teams. Topik ni, what are we going to discuss, macam mana kalau macam let's say lah, nanti if you further in your studies, there will be an assessment where you need to work in groups. Okay, bukan setakat belum sampai sana lagi dekat intern ni pun, ataupun masih kat sekolah ke, in whatever cases that you had happen to be working in the group. Okay, this is the time for you to learn formally how to understand macam mana satu kumpulan tu dia boleh bertindak ke, bekerja ke, apa semua, and how to manage work teams. Okay, there's a difference between work group and work teams. Alright, so group can be defined as two or more interacting and interdependent individuals who come together to achieve specific goals. So senang je definition group ni kan. Like you say, kalau orang kata apa, kalau dua orang pun bukan dah kita, walaupun kata macam a pair of students ke apa ke, tapi still a group. Sebab apa? They are working together to achieve a common goals. Okay, a common specific goals. So kalau dalam forming stage ni, kejap lagi I will touch on this later, sebab dia ada dia punya stages of group. Okay, so that is their own group. Okay, and then there are two types of groups. First, formal, and then the second one is informal groups. Formal groups are work groups that are defined by the organization structure and have designated work assignments and specific tasks directed at accomplishing organizational goals. Mudah je. Formal goals ni, bila dapat kerja nanti, if you were to be assigned in a certain department or division, that is the group that you have to work until you resign from your position at that place. Okay, for example, if you were to be an accountant, you apply kerja, okay, lepas habis belajar, apply lah dekat mana-mana company yang need yang perlukan seorang accountant. So you work kat situ. So accountant, you masuk kat bahagian finance. So division, orang kata apa, division, monetary division, apa semua tu. Okay, and then itulah, you are formally assigned to work in that group. Okay, kalau informal group pula, social groups. Okay, informal groups are social groups. These groups occur naturally in the workplace and tend to form around friendships and common interests. So nanti bila dah masuk kerja, kan, macam ada kawan. Okay, of course you have friends. You have friends around your department kan. Situ kita panggil group jugalah. Ataupun kalau kecil-kecil sikit kita panggil team. Tapi later I will touch on that thing lah. So kalau macam nak pergi buat kerja sama-sama, okay, dengan member sebelah cubicle apa semua tu, itu kita punya stay dalam formal groups. Okay, kalau informal groups social groups ni macam mana? Let's say you are still working there, lepas tu jumpa member dekat satu company tu, lain department, okay, lain position, lain level of office. Okay, semua tu macam dia senang, kata apa, boleh terjadi. Okay, macam mana, jumpa by accident ke, ataupun ada makan-makan, ada farewell punya party ke, ada annual dinner ke. So nanti bila kat situ adalah buat connection apa semua, and then you are forming that kind of group based on your common personal interest. Okay, selalunya common personal interest. Maybe the primary interest that you could be sharing with your friends, okay, your informal friends, the hatred towards someone who is working there ke, the hatred towards the system of the organisation ke. Have you heard of okay, you don't believe in love at the first sight, but you believe in hate the first sight, in hate the first sight. Okay, love at the first sight, love in the first sight. Okay, tak kisahlah. Okay, cinta benci pada pandang pertama, itulah dia punya common group. Okay, So the formation of group dekat in terms of informal groups tu selalu ada. Okay, kadang-kadang the same department pun ada juga. Kalau kita benci kita punya kita apa, benci kita punya colleague ke, kita benci kita punya boss ke, okay, we secretly create a WhatsApp group. Okay, let's say group tanpa boss, group tanpa this kind of colleague, apa, do group tanpa encik, apa semua tu lah. Okay, adalah group tu. Okay, so that is what we call as informal groups. So for example, 5 employees from different departments who regularly eat lunch together are an informal group. Okay. Alright, so example of formal work groups, okay, kita ada combined groups who are determined by the organisation chart and composed of individuals who report directly to a given manager. So combined groups ni kalau dapat kerja nanti, if you have started working nanti kan kena report on duty kan. Okay, let's say kalau macam lepas SPM ke, macam siapa, ada seorang student di kerja 7E, tak ingat siapa. Okay, dia kerja 7E lepas SPM. And then kalau kata 7E kan banyak branches, so dia dapatlah branches yang kat yang jauh sikit, mungkin dekat PJ ke, dekat Taman Medan ke, rumah dia dekat Shah Alam. So dekat situ dia report on duty tu, dia report on duty dekat supervisor area branch kedai tu lah. Itu dia punya formal group. Okay, command groups. And then we have task group. Groups composed of individuals brought together to complete a specific job task. Their existence is often temporary because when the task is completed, the group disbands. For example, kalau dalam kita punya situasi belajar, for this particular course, you have no group assignment. Okay, but then you have individual assignment. Tapi kalau dalam previous classes pun, I'm not sure if you happen to have been working for a course dalam satu group tu, itulah orang kata apa, task group. Okay, tak kisahlah you macam tak kawan dengan orang tu ke apa ke, tapi sebab dalam satu kelas, buatlah, jadilah partner group. Sebab orang lain tak nak pilih kita kan, jadi kita pilih je siapa yang kita tunggu, je siapa yang nak kita. Okay, okay, once the project has ended, okay, dah habis apa semua, dah dapat carry mark apa semua, disband, leave group WhatsApp, and then bye bye. So kalau cross-functional teams pula, groups that bring together the knowledge and skills of individuals from various work areas or groups whose members have been trained to do each other's job. So kalau cross-functional teams ni, different specialisation and different skills needed in order to complete a job. Okay, benda ni macam biasalah, even to a higher level of to a higher level of management pun, this is what we call the whole organisation is the cross-functional teams. Okay, you are all working together to achieve the specific goals, but then to achieve that specific goals, you have other things you have to take care of. Okay, operation kena ambil kira, the financial affairs of that company you have to ambil kira, and then the HR, okay, managing the employees punya behaviour. Okay, what causes the demotivation of workers in each department ke apa semua tu, kita kena fikir. Benda-benda tu lah dia akan indirectly, not indirect lah, it will directly helps how an organisation punya composition. Okay, so and then kita ada self-managed team. Groups that are essentially independent and that, in addition to their own tasks, take on traditional managerial responsibilities such as hiring, planning and scheduling and evaluating performance. Okay, so these are the examples of formal work groups. Okay. Alright, so moving on to the group development stages. This stage kita nak cerita pasal how from the beginning of everything, okay, baru nak kenal apa semua tu, kita nak form group. Okay, this is the place that we are formally educated, macam kita nak tahu, okay, this process. So we begin with the first stage is forming stage. So forming stage ni dekat second slide. Okay, let me go back to the slide. So this one. Okay, so forming stage, the first stage of group development in which people join the group and then define the group's purpose, structure and leadership. Okay, so kalau forming stage ni, kalau kita kata bila awak mula-mula masuk intake ke kan, okay, you are assigned to different kata apa, kelas, Florida ke, Fargo ke, Denver ke, okay. So those people yang dalam kelas tu, there will be your classmates sampai lah you graduate from this campus. Okay, so kat situ forming stage ni macam noob-noob kan. Kalau kebetulan ada sama sekolah tu, itu tak kira. Okay, let's say kita assume yang dalam kelas tu semua orang macam you don't know each other kan. Okay, ada tinggi, ada rendah, ada gemuk, ada kurus. Okay, so dekat situ macam macam mana kita nak pilih bulu. Okay, so kadang-kadang dah macam ada this one class ni, semua bersatu hati, like they all share everything together kan. Okay, macam kalau benda ni, okay, seorang tak boleh seorang tahu, kena everybody knows about that particular thing. Tapi ada satu kelas ni pula pilih bulu. Okay, bukanlah pilih bulu, maksudnya macam betul lah, dia macam tak sebulu, in a way that walaupun kelas dia tak ramai orang, tapi dia macam nak kawan dengan orang tu je. Yang ada group ni pula nak kawan dengan orang tu je. Macam tu lah kaedahnya. Okay, this is the forming stage. Forming stage tu, okay, and then moving on to the second stage, which is storming stage. The second stage of group development, which is characterized by intra-group conflict. So storming punya stage ni, kaedahnya macam orang kata apa, the conflicts arising from the formation stage. Okay, forming tu kita nak cari apa semua tu, dah jumpa apa semua, tapi bila kita nak teruskan kepada norming punya stage ni, akan ada conflicts anyway, yang macam contohnya nak pilih siapa your class representative, and then nak pilih who is going to be orang kata apa, the assistant ke ataupun tak kisahlah, whatever role tu kan. Okay, macam tu you nak design siapa yang should lead this group. Okay, who is supposed to create the WhatsApp group. Okay, who is supposed to ask everything, orang kata apa, who is supposed to orang kata apa, tanya kat lecturer, jadi wakil. Okay, segan kan. Okay, so seorang kena tanya mesti apa semua. Okay, nanti dia akan cerita balik dekat dia punya classmate. So kat situ kita ada in a way macam kadang-kadang orang ni tak nak orang ni, tapi dia nak orang lain. Sebab apa? Atas alasan orang tu tak percaya. Kalau macam ni, orang ni sentiasa mendapati masa, so dia ingat dia punya tanggungjawab. Itu kaedahnya konflik dalaman. Okay, masa selepas forming punya stage ni. Okay, and then kita ada moving on to the third step. Okay, norming. Okay, lepas kita macam benda orang kata apa, konflik ni, isu-isu panas sangat apa semua ni, at the end of the day it will resolve. Okay, it will subside, and then you macam collectively macam you are all tired of arguing, so now you have unified. Okay, you have unified, and then you have made some unanimous decision to choose this kind of person to be your class representative. So moving on, kita macam dah faham, dah matang apa semua tu, barulah boleh move on to the third stage, which is norming stage. Okay, so norming stage is the is the stage where it is characterized by close relationship and cohesiveness. Okay, so close cohesiveness ni macam you share the same knowledge, ataupun you share the common goals. Okay, you understand the reason why this group is formed, and who is supposed to do what kind of job, who is responsible to do this job, who is responsible to initiate things, who is responsible ataupun accountable ke in order to finish this task, specific task. Sebab apa? Kita ni macam ramai-ramai, we need to be assigned individually our roles and responsibilities. Kalau tak, kenapa kita ni ada jadi member of the group kan? Kalau tak ada, baik belajar ataupun kena tendang kan. There is no use kalau nak hire just untuk meramaikan keadaan. No need for that. Okay, professionally speaking, that is not needed. And then kalau dia buat pun memang akan merugikan the company ataupun an organisation. So kat sini macam dah faham apa semua tu, you follow. Okay, apa yang class rep kata, whatever your leader says to you, okay, you have to follow. But then macam you follow Ada understand. Okay, Ada dia punya standards dia. Okay, kalau macam if I want to do this, should I ask to that person because it's the class rep? Okay, I should. So anytime je lah, you tak ada macam buat keputusan membabi buta. Okay, maksudnya macam takut nanti bila kita tanya direct dekat orang lain, maksudnya nanti akan ada another conflicts, akan berbalik kepada storming stage. Kita kalau boleh, kita nak moving towards the end. Okay, supaya kalau kita tak suka dalam satu group tu, cepat-cepat boleh dibubarkan. Okay, motif sangat. So and then after the norming stage, we are moving on to the performing stage. Inilah, this is the stage where we execute, okay, the roles ataupun the responsibilities that we should be doing at the first place. Okay, kadang-kadang nak sampai dekat performing punya stage ni is very very hard. It seems so simple. It seems like it is so simple in these stages, tapi in reality it is so hard. Okay, but then with some coercion ke ataupun with some directive behaviour of the manager, performing punya station dapatlah dicapai. Okay, so sama-sama lah buat kerja. Okay, together, you work together to achieve the goal ataupun to achieve the mission, or the reason that why the group is formed. Okay, so and then you finish the the stage of performing. Okay, dah settle, dah capai objective of the group formation apa semua tu kan. So nak buat apa lagi? Disband je lah. Okay, ataupun disperse. Okay, macam okay, kalau macam tu, deuces, bye. Okay, dah tak ada. Macam ada setengah orang macam in every company akan ada this one kind of groups yang mana everything, okay, even macam bukan one group, maksudnya macam dia start everything, dia macam jadi group assignment, tapi lama-lama dia jadi macam best friend. So macam diorang akan sama-sama je buat kita buat kerja, masuk kelas, register kelas pun akan sama-sama. So macam sampai ke tak sudah, sampai dah kerja pun duduk serumah. Okay, ada kawan saya macam tu, macam diorang like memang diorang punya friendship tu sangat close, but it happened the first time, kata the initiation of that group. Okay, dia start dengan kelas usrah. Okay, usrah ataupun dalam bahasa Inggerisnya study circle. Okay, usrah Islamik apa semua tu kan. Okay, so and then kalau kita kata step number 5 ni not adjourning lah, not dispersing but adjourning, macam ditangguhkan. Okay, mana tahu in later date ataupun in later days of operation in that company, your service will be needed and then the manager is responsible to do that thing again. So macam instead of finding ataupun looking out for the new new suitable people to form a group, baik manager tu ambil the already existed group yang mana given that the group perform before this, memang betul-betul achieve the target lah. Kalau tak, the manager must create a new group based on different kind of people. Okay, so kat situ lah adjourning stage. Sampai situ je the development stages of group. Itu saja, tak ada masalah. Tak adalah, memanglah tak ada masalah. Baik you lah kalau tak ada faham. You tak faham, just tanya saya. Tak payah nak simpan-simpan. Kalau saya tak reply tu, message je. Macam marah je saya kan. Okay, alright, just kidding. Janganlah marah, cakap je dulu. Okay, thank you. Alright, so moving on to major concepts of group behaviour. Okay, this part kita nak cerita macam concepts of group behaviour tu in a way yang selalunya what is something that all groups in this world share the characteristics. Okay, so the first one is roles. Okay, dia ada konsep, the first concept of behaviour, group behaviour tu kena ada roles ataupun dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil peranan. Yes, okay, peranan. So roles are behaviour patterns expected of someone who occupies a given position in a social unit. So we adjust our roles to the group we belong to at the time. So employees attempt to determine what behaviours are expected of them by reading the job descriptions, getting suggestion from their bosses and watching what their co-workers do. So roles ni ada tanggungjawabnya. Even kalau kita punya group tu kecil je, but formally speaking, bila nak masuk dalam satu formal group tu, you are going to be given a letter of appointment. Okay, benda tu nampak mudah, but then because it is a serious task, okay, to achieve and then to masuk dalam you punya KPI punya report, so you will be appointed by the management. You dapatlah letterhead macam contohnya macam Telekom Malaysia ke Celcom kan, okay, Axiata, letter of appointment. It is with a pleasure that we are offering to you, are offered to be kata apa, you offered lah, you are appointed as the AJK nama siapa, the members of this group, blah blah blah. So you need to follow the duty, and if not you will be fired. Okay, macam tu lah. Okay, tak boleh fikir kan nak compose a good sentence. Okay, so kat situ bila tanya tu, bila appointment tu, dia punya kepala surat, bukanlah kepala surat, maksudnya tajuk surat tu, dia akan cakap jawatan kita sebagai apa dalam grup tu. So kita kena tahulah, bila kita dapat surat tu akan ada lampiran yang cakap, okay, this is your roles and responsibilities that you need to do, okay, to achieve the mission of, kat depan surat tu ada tulis dia punya mission of this group. Okay, so dekat role kat situ kita akan ada ketua, kita akan ada penolong, kita akan ada kalau macam group tu dia kecil tapi setiap individual member of that group has salient responsibility that they have to do. So kat situ akan ada dia punya specific rules lah, so kita kena follow. So that is the first concept of group behavior. Alright, and then 2A, okay, number 2, for part A is norms, okay, acceptable standards shared by a group's members. Each group has its own unique set of norms. Most organizations have common norms which typically focus on effort and performance and dress codes. Okay, so kalau macam norms ni, kalau kita kata budaya lah kan, okay, so selalunya dia akan tengok kepada dua, it will focus on two main things. Okay, the first is effort and performance, the second one is dress code. Okay, kalau effort and performance ni, ini yang paling penting, sebab kita ni macam let's say kalau macam nanti as you go further in your studies ke in your work, you will definitely want to choose people. Okay, let's say you are given free choices of finding who your team members will be kan. So kat situ you boleh tengok kat situ macam nak pilih member tu, you want to see the effort and performance in previous classes ataupun previous job responsibility. Okay, sama ada dia ada capai ke tak dia punya target apa semua tu. So kita nak pilih tu, kita nak tengok dia punya characteristic of effort and performance. Kalau tak, kita takkan pilih dia. Alright, so and then the dress codes. Okay, what acceptable to wear to work. This one selalunya most probably it is applied in countries that are kind of conventional. Okay, yang macam not that open sangat lah, macam United States or any secular countries ke. But then even in law firm dekat US pun, they need to wear proper dress code kan, with tie ke, skirt below the knee ke, and then pearl jewellery only allowed jewellery, okay, dia punya mutiara, rantai mutiara, and then a string of pearl, okay. And then apa lagi, no striking colours ke semua tu, okay, kita kena follow je lah. So that is what I call as the norm. Okay, we just adapt to that kind of situation je. Kalau kita tak nak, kalau kita nak diterima dalam group tu, which is if you want to be accepted by our group members, okay, there's a need for conformity. Okay, so conformity ni apa? Adjusting one's behaviour to align with the group's norms. Kalau tengok kat sini 35% ni apa? 35% of participant in ASH study would conform to group behaviour or follow the pack. So this one, okay, conformity ni kalau bahasa kasarnya kiss ass lah, okay. Because okay, at this there will be one point in your life, okay, where you will question what is the reason you are working at this place. Okay, why is the reason that you follow all these unnecessary rules and regulations that you have to follow. Okay, that's one thing, because you have many things to lose. Okay, let's say kalau you cakap you a lecturer bagi assignment, you need to do this assignment individually, and then you want to defy the specification. I don't want to do it individual, I want to do it in group work. If not, how can you write the mark and whatsoever? So macam kalau ada berani nak define that kind of instruction, maybe the cost of defying the instruction tu adalah dengan pengurangan markah. Okay, so but we don't want to lose our mark, so we better just kiss the lecturer's ass je. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm putting this in my situation, but you know, if you have anything unsatisfied ke dissatisfied about me ke, do PM me. Okay, I'm open to any suggestion apa semua. Okay, so so macam kalau macam nanti dah kerja nanti, bila kerja nanti, memang kalau let's say we are in junior position ke apa ke, memang kalau kita bekerja baru, kita nak conform tu is a very tough thing. Sebab macam we have everything in our mind but we want to say, but we know that kata apa, we just need to stay in our place je. Okay, stay in our lane. Okay, kalau tak nanti kalau kita bersebutkan banyak pula benda yang tak elok akan berlaku. So baik kita follow je kan. Okay, kalau sesiapa yang jenis macam okay, you do what you do, I just follow you, itu lagi bagus. Like 100% conformity, no kata apa, no compromise, kata apa, tak adalah masalah nak berpaling arah ke berpaling tadah semua benda tu. Okay, so that's what we call as, that's what defined by conformity. Alright, so moving on to the third part, ataupun kalau kita fourth lah. Okay, so the concept number 4 of this concept of group behavior ni, kalau kat sini nombor 3 ni, status systems. It is a prestige grading position or rank within a group and an important factor in understanding behavior. So dalam group memang akan ada dia punya position. Okay, we start nanti kita akan ada dalam satu group tu, we will have the highest level of management, which is the CEO. So memang by hook or by crook ke, ataupun whatever happens, if you want to go against our CEO, we need to do that kind of thing collectively. Kita tak boleh nak buat benda tu individually, because we need to have support in order to go against the rules apa semua kan. Okay, kadang-kadang kalau mengarut, kalau kita buat seseorang, orang tak berani, tak jalan juga. So that's why you need to do it together. So you have to acknowledge the status systems. Kalau you macam group tu CEO lah macam tadi cakap kan, and then bawah dia, and then bawah lagi, and then your manager. So you have to follow your manager lah. Okay, so that's what we call as status system. Human groupings have always had status hierarchies. A disparity between what individuals perceive their status to be and what others perceive it to be is a significant motivator with behavioral consequences. Okay, anything can have value if others in the group admire it. Okay, kadang-kadang memang akan ada dalam situasi tu in which you will see that macam one thing you will see one thing of your colleague punya karakteristik kan, you macam sukanya dengan dia ni, dia buat kerja cepat, kerja dia teratur, dia tak banyak mulut, dia macam banyak kerja daripada dia banyak mulut. So macam we like that kind of quality from that our colleagues punya quality. That's why you tend to, bukanlah you tend to idolize, but you value your colleague tu macam, pada nanti you pandang tinggi walaupun you actually on the same level of position. Okay, so it's what we call as status system. Your friend ataupun your colleague might not know it. Okay, might not know it. Okay, but then you yourself know lah. Okay, pasal benda ni, that you admire dia punya quality of working. Okay, so group members have no problem placing people into status categories, and they usually agree about who's high, low and in the middle. Professionally speaking, the assignment of status ni, the hierarchy ni selalunya susah nak di-argue lah, unless if someone in that in the organisation ataupun people in the organisation, culturally speaking, the organisation have low power tolerance. Okay, ada je benda sikit tak puas hati, memang terus mention. Even that the one who created the shenanigans is your boss. Okay, so memang akan sentiasa ada someone will call out that on that thing kan, macam nak kena comment je. So tapi usually nak placing the hierarchy tu memang at the first place selalunya it is generally agreed. Okay, agreed upon. So it's important for people to believe there's congruency, equity. There is equity between perceived ranking of an individual and the status symbols he or she has in organization status system to prevent disruptions to general. This is what I expect. Alright, and then rasanya this is not the last one. Okay, the fourth concept of group behavior is group size. Okay, kita tengoklah besar mana kita punya kumpulan, besar ke, kecil ke, sederhana ke. Okay, we need to see ourselves lah. We need to have that perception. Kalau macam ada orang kata, oh 10 orang je tak ramai, but then if you are a socially awkward person, you think 10 people is already too big, kan? So group size affects the group behavior, but the effect depends on what criteria you are using. So in a way, yang nak cakap dekat sini, that depending on that situation, okay, you perceive, okay, the size of that group determines the progress that you will make. Okay, eventually, okay, small ke big ke your group size tu, it will lead to the goal of the mission of the group formation. But then kadang-kadang bila satu group tu dia macam sikit sangat orang tu, lama-lama dia akan jadi rapat. So jadi rapat tau. So ke mana-mana je memang group tu akan berada mana-mana, and then they are going to work together sampai bila-bila. Okay, unless ada konflik apa semua tu, barulah berpecah. Okay, so kalau small group, okay, small groups are better at completing tasks faster, figuring out what to do and getting job done. Kalau large group pula, dia punya good things that coming out from the large group members, okay, problem solving, banyaklah kaedahnya, orang akan banyak idea. If there's an issue happen in that situation, in the organisation, okay, the leader of the group will ask, what can we do in order to solve this problem? So akan ada banyaklah cadangan dan juga pendapat daripada group members kita, sebab memang orang kata apa, it is relatively large, okay, compared to the smaller groups. Okay, and then to find the facts, okay, find evidence apa semua tu senang. Sebab apa? We have a lot of resources that we can rely on. Okay, and then gaining diverse input. So diverse tu maksudnya yang kata apa, bermacam pendapat lah. Ada orang akan concern over this matter. Okay, ada orang akan bagi pendapat, but then dia punya opinion tu circulates within one kata apa, one topic of concern. Okay, sebab tu lah pentingnya, sebab tu eloknya orang kata apa, if we have a larger group. Okay, so tapi small group pun tak ada masalah. Macam in a way dia kata, orang kata apa, buat kerja cepat siap, so tak banyak drama apa semua tu, kan. Okay, so what are the drawbacks of large groups? Individual productivity of each group members declines as the group expands, which is known as social loafing. Okay, what is social loafing? Reducing effort because this dispersion of responsibility encourages the individuals to slack off. So maksudnya dispersion ni, bila kita ambil lagi ramai orang untuk dalam satu team tu, dalam satu group, okay, dalam satu group tu bawah tu pula ada subgroup. Satu subgroup tu mungkin ada 4 to 5 members. It is expected that you need to voice out your opinion and your ideas, okay, pitch your ideas in order to solve the problem, okay, to achieve the goals. But then kalau macam social loafing ni will happen when, okay, ramai-ramai bincang apa semua, okay, but then ada seorang akan within that subgroup tu akan macam berdiam diri, and then dia punya pendapat berkata, okay, saya follow je semua punya cadangan, saya macam okay je, okay, tak ada masalah. So that is what we call social loafing. You don't care what happens, it doesn't mean that you don't like the situation, but then you just like macam you can rely on other people's punya opinion because they know better, and then you macam tak rasa pun nak ada effort to think, okay, how to solve that problem. You just rely on other people. Okay, nampak tak? At the end of the day, kalau macam that group achieve the good things from that project ke apa semua tu, nanti you punya nama pun, someone's punya nama pun akan dapat kredit, tapi dia tak proper contribute banyak effort pun dalam orang kata apa, dalam mission yang nak dicapai tu. Okay, so that is what I call as social loafing. Okay, when a group's result can be attributed to any single person, individuals may be tempted to become free riders and coast on the group efforts because they think their contributors can be measured. Ini free riders ni maksudnya macam you tak tahu kan, macam free riders tu maksudnya macam dia memang mesti cakap dia dapat kredit tapi you tak contribute apa-apa. Okay, expect macam the group selalunya free riding ni happens when there is no kata apa clear cut measurement to see how much this kind of employee works out on dia punya responsibility, sebab it is a collective work. Okay, kalau macam setengah tu memang kita faham, okay, kalau kau tak buat kau yang kena. Itu individual memang terpaksa lah buat. Tapi kalau group behavior ni bahaya, akan selalu jadinya free riding punya situation. Okay. So the fifth one is group cohesiveness, the degree to which members are attracted to one another and share the group's goals. Okay, senang lah kalau cohesiveness ni sekufu. Okay, bukan setakat lah nikah nanti kan. Okay, kita nak cari kawan pun, kita ni berkawan pun, kita ada punya kawan ni kekal daripada form 1 sampai sekarang ni, kita sekufu. Okay, memanglah akan ada konflik, tapi eventually in the long run will have nothing to lose. Okay, kita reconcile balik. Sebab apa? Those those thing that we fought over was very very petty. Okay, so reconcile je lah balik. So group cohesiveness ni, inilah yang katakan sebagai sekufu tu. Okay, groups that experience a lot of internal disagreement and lack of cooperation are less effective than are groups in which individuals generally agree, cooperate and like each other. So kat sini, kalau kita tak suka orang tu, buatlah macam mana pun, if we don't like that person, okay, nak pula unfortunately things got worse. They are the people that we don't like, they are assigned with us. Okay, so nanti macam bila kita tak suka tu, macam we tend to cheat ke, we tend to contribute less to the project ke, sebab apa, we have personal issues with that kind of people. So memang dia punya performance tu akan drag lah. So jadi macam mission tu, let's say we have maybe like 1 year or 2 years to complete this task. Okay, but then because of that petty things, dia akan drag kepada a longer period of completion. Okay, so the more that members are attracted to one another and the more that the group's goals align with each individual's goals, the greater the group's cohesiveness. So members are attracted to one another, not not emotionally, maksudnya not emotionally atau not sexually lah. Maksudnya the idea tu, the commonality in your in your mind, macam you share the good idea, sama lah kita fikir benda yang sama kan. Itu yang maksudnya attracted to one another. Okay, and then highly cohesive groups are more effective than those with less cohesiveness. Okay, obviously lah. Okay, kalau tak sebulu, kenapa nak kawan dengan dia? So kita cari member lain supaya kita boleh siapkan kerja kita dengan cepat, and then dia pun faham masalah kita. Okay, that is group cohesiveness. So cohesiveness ni ada relationship dengan alignment of group and organisation goals. Okay, so kalau macam higher group cohesiveness and higher alignment of goals, okay, it is clearly mentioned that what exactly that you want to do. Okay, bila employee tahu, group member tahu diorang punya tujuan tu, it will lead to strong increase in productivity. So pantas je bekerja, pap siap. Okay, katanya contract with the project tu is expected to finish in 1 year, you may have done it maybe in 9 months or 8 months. Okay, kadang-kadang kalau laju pun mungkin setengah tahun. Okay, very very fast. Okay, because group cohesiveness tu sangat tinggi, and then the group, goal alignment within that group tu pun sangat tinggi. Okay, lain pula kalau macam cohesiveness is very low tapi alignment tu tinggi. Okay, kalau cohesiveness macam tak the head is mutual kan, orang tu tak suka tu, orang tak suka tu, tapi macam still goal alignment tu still tinggi ataupun very clearly mention, okay, moderate increase in productivity. So macam ada productivity, sebab macam daripada aku buat kerja dengan kau, baik aku buat kerja sendiri je. So nanti kita combine je kerja tu, nanti kita present. Okay, nampak tak, masing-masing, because they don't like, dia macam kalau boleh benda tu nak disperse group tu, nak urgent awal-awal, so dia buat kerja dengan pantas sikit lah, tapi dia punya productivity tu tak dapat nak translate kepada dia punya effectiveness, sebab dia orang tak bercakap ke, ataupun there's a few communication between those two. So macam mungkin every day orang kata apa, the mission will be accomplished, tapi along the way tu akan ada orang kata apa, kena pembetulan ke, kena ada improvement ke that you need to follow. Okay, you need to rectify apa semua tu. So nanti masih di drag sikit, so productivity tu jatuh. Okay, and then kalau macam cohesiveness is high but the goal alignment tu dalam group tu rendah, so macam itu lagi lah. Maksudnya macam there will be decrease in productivity, sebab orang macam tak tahu where are we going, where is this, where apa orang kata, where is the group is going kan. Macam kita sendiri tak tahu di manakah kapal ni nak berlayar. Okay, kita punya apa, captain kita dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil apa, kita punya bukan kelas C, ya Allah, benda ni pun nak fikir. Okay, kita punya captain lah kan. Okay, kita punya captain cakap apa, kita tanya captain, where do we want to go. Okay, actually lepas tu nanti captain cakap, entahlah, saya pun tak tahu nak pergi mana. Macam tu, kalau ketua pun tak tahu, last sekali sasau lah semua anak-anak kapal. Okay, so macam kena ada, kalau macam dia punya cohesiveness tu sama-sama dah macam bestnya kita satu group, bestnya kita sama ya, tapi tak tahu dia punya specific goals. Okay, there will be decrease in productivity. Okay, and then kalau cohesiveness low, group alignment pun low. Okay, dah lah benci, lepas tu tak faham pun motif sangat group ni dibina kan. Orang kata apa, this group is formed. So at the end of the day, macam lagi lah no significant effect on productivity. Buat group tu sia-sia je, benci bertambah, kerja pun tak jalan. So itulah effect dia. Okay, kalau cohesiveness tak ada and goal alignment tu pun sangat-sangat rendah. Okay, so that's all on group cohesiveness. Okay, so the more cohesive a group ni, ini dah cerita lah. So okay, how to turn groups into effective work teams. So I hope you understand the concept of group behavior. Okay, so 6.3, turning groups into effective work teams. Apa beza antara work teams dengan work groups? Okay, kalau work groups ni generally speaking dia besar tau. Okay, kalau contohnya work group, you bekerja lah macam orang kata apa, division, maybe macam mana, maybe marketing punya division. Okay, marketing punya division banyak je orang kata apa, besar lah. Kita ada social media marketing, we have orang kata apa, we have mass communication punya team. Okay, kat situ macam kalau kat situ pun kata apa, satu team tu akan ada banyak members dalam tu. Okay, so kalau group collectively, kalau marketing division tu dia besar, tapi setiap subdivision tu, okay, itu kita panggil team. Okay, let's say orang kata apa, kalau group tu dia marketing, dia punya goal dia share, tapi kalau macam kita tak faham, generally it just want to help. Okay, other members yang bukan satu team dengan kita, kalau kita tanya tu, dia akan macam bantu je. Okay, dia bukannya macam betul-betul nak tolong benda yang kita nak sangat, tapi it just generally helps you whatever that you need, whatever you need lah, help, any kind of help. Tapi kalau team ni, kita sama-sama kita buat kerja ni, okay, memang specific goals tu dah narrow down to a very specific reason why you have this kind of team. Kalau contohnya macam social media marketing, what kind of team that you have to approach? Kita apa, guna Instagram, guna Twitter, okay, guna TikTok, guna benda-benda anything that has relationship with the social media lah kan, yang guna influencer apa semua. Takkanlah kita nak pergi ke, kalau social media kita nak pergi hello TV3, hello Astro, okay, RTM, itu macam mass communication. Okay, so this is the differences between groups and teams. Okay, dia ada 4 elements: goal, synergy, accountability and skills. Okay, kalau goal ni macam mana? Kalau work teams, collective performance. Maksudnya, collective performance ni, you are not going to be assessed individually, but then the outcome of that kata apa, project tu will determine how your work. Okay, maksudnya macam kalau for in your situation kan, kalau dalam group presentation, macam in my previous class, I only assign that even though you have 5 members, okay, but then I just need one student to present, to represent the group lah, to present and represent the group, and then whatever marks apa semua tu memang saya akan harapkan dia punya based on the presenters. So you need to choose lah siapa who will be the best presenter. Okay, so nanti dapatlah the probability of getting higher marks for presentation is high. Okay, So and then kalau work group, share information. Okay, share je lah, share information. Benda tak berapa sangat nak penting. Okay, dia penting tapi to the extent it is only peripheral. Okay, and then kalau synergy, positif. Okay, kalau work groups, kalau work teams, positif. Kalau work groups, neutral, sometimes negatif. Okay, betul. Kadang-kadang macam kata apa, dalam team ni kita dah sikit sangat, so there's no room for us to hate for us to hate our team member. Okay, kalau group ni there's a room for to hate, there's a room to start drama with, there's a room that we can call out people on the negativity, benda-benda semua tu. So dia neutral, but then it can gravitate towards negative punya synergy. Okay, kalau accountability, individual and mutual, both individual and mutual for work teams. Kalau work groups, individual. Okay, kalau skills, complementary. Kalau work groups, random and varied. Okay, kalau complementary ni, it is specific, and then tu kata apa, extra lagi ataupun narrow down lagi, memang specific tu, team tu memang they share the same skill, okay, on certain things. Okay, alright. So moving on to types of team, kita ada problem solving team, self-managed work team, cross-functional team and virtual teams. This one you can read on your own. Okay, they just cakap type of team sajalah. So it is only the extent of these differences between those two. Okay, these are the teams. Okay, senang je. Kalau tak faham, just directly ask me. Okay, as usual. Alright. So moving on to the team effectiveness. So what is team effectiveness? Rentetan daripada the formation of the team tu kan, kita pada group. Okay, daripada group tu akan ada team. So team ni, walaupun kita suka dengan kita punya team member, macam kita punya goal alignment tu sangat tinggi, but then to be effective, okay, for a team to be effective, it needs four major elements in order to kata apa, to achieve the goal. Okay, and then the goal can be completed within the stipulated time. So nanti I will lead to the team effectiveness. So the first element is context. Okay, what is context ni? Dalam elemen konteks kena ada adequate resources, leadership and structure, climate of trust and performance evaluation and reward system. So adequate resource ni apa? Benda basic sekali lah kan. Kalau you need to, team tu contohnya kalau macam back in my undergraduate years, okay, undergraduate punya students kena create this activity, economic symposium. So economic symposium ni kita small group je, like macam economics punya student society tak ramai, dalam 20 orang. So we need to conduct a seminar kan on economic punya matters, economic and Islamic economics punya matters. So what we needed to do, ada satu bahagian tu, memang satu team tu kita buat pasal PR. Okay, buat pasal PR pula dah. Memang kita in charge of public relation. We have to call outsiders ke, ataupun panelists of speakers ke, semua datang. And then kita kena also buat buku, PR team kena buat juga buku program. So buku program tu, benda tu kan kata apa, to show how professional that program was. Kita orang kena stapler buku program tu like macam buku betul. So macam benda mudah macam tu pun, okay, let's say lepas tu nak stapler, manager nak kita stapler buat jadi macam professional book, like real book kan, macam boleh selak sebelah tu. Okay, but then resources tak ada, stapler tak cukup, okay, dawai kokot pun tak ada. So kalau kita nak for a team to be effective, first you have to have adequate resources. Okay, and then leadership and structure, kena ada ni lah, dia punya hierarchy apa semua tu lah kan. Okay, and then climate of trust, to what extent, okay, to how much to what degree that you trust your leader, okay, to what degree you trust your subordinate. Benda-benda tu memang kalau kita dah kecil, kalau kita punya boss tak percaya kita, memang susah. Sebab macam penat, like we are going to be scrutinized every day because our managers don't trust us. So jadi susah benda tu. So jadi bila, if we are going to be carefully scrutinized by our employers, okay, nanti kerja pun susah lah nak jalan, sebab kita tak ada macam nak rehat-rehat sikit ke, macam nak cheat sikit je, macam benda-benda basic yang macam tak ada pun memang orang kata apa will give small impact ke, tak ada semua tu. Just biasa je pun susah juga. Kerja takkan jalan, team pun takkan jadi efektif. So and then performance evaluation and reward system ni macam KPI apa semua tu. Okay, so moving on to the second element for team to be effective. Okay, composition. Okay, abilities of members. Abilities of members ni apa? Kebolehan dia lah. Tengoklah dia punya kata apa, mampu ke tak jalankan kerja tu kan. Let's say kalau you want someone kata apa to organize a run, okay, charity run, and then dia kata apa, dia punya organizer pun orang yang tantang gemuk apa semua jenis, suka makan donat, makan KFC. Macam tu pun macam kalau kita nak cari sponsor, bila sponsor tengok, lah ini ke dia punya organizer, program manager, motif aku nak bagi duit. Tantang dia bawa beli tu, kata bawa benda lain, tak ada buat sangat buat lariannya. Banyak dah beli untuk makanan, compliment, free food untuk dia punya participants. Okay, benda macam tu. And then personality, allocating roles, diversity, sense of this, semua ni boleh baca sendirilah. So and then the third one is work design, autonomy, skill variety, task identity and task significance. Work design ni dia memang bercerita pasal dia cerita pasal macam mana the job itself, okay, the task itself, okay, how. Because kalau kerja tu macam saya cakap, the alignment of goals tu, okay, the alignment of goals tu kata apa, clear, tapi dia punya job tu pula tak clear pun susah juga. Sebab nanti dia akan bercampur aduk, and then akan ada there's a tendency to have kata apa, something to be redundant. Okay, macam kerja ni bertindak dengan ni sebab padahal benda tu boleh buat dalam masa yang singkat dan juga boleh kurangkan dari redundancy tu. So you need to carefully think of the work design kat situ. Okay, you need to understand, okay, in order for a team to be effective, okay, the manager ataupun the creator of the teams must understand the job design so that the team can work properly. Okay, they cannot figure things out sebab benda kita nak siapkan cepat. So the manager has to lay out properly the job design. Okay, work design. And then process, common purpose, specific goals, team efficacy, conflict levels and social loafing. Okay, social loafing ni yang tadi saya explain tadi lah. So these are the elements in order for a team to be effective. Alright. So, okay, team member roles. Okay, team member roles ni kita ada creator, innovator. Kalau creator, innovator ni initiate creative ideas. Kalau explorer, promoter ni champions ideas after they have been initiated. This one is just to show you lah the roles yang selalu ada dalam team member. Okay, sebab team member yang macam saya cakap tadi, the role walaupun kita kerja sama-sama, tapi each member has specified roles. Okay, has specified roles yang mana dia kena carry out that kind of responsibility, so that nanti dia punya kerja tu kalau dia tak siap apa semua, nanti it will affect the rest of the team members. So bila semua tu affect, okay, when it can affect when it can affect the other team members in a negative way, so team effectiveness tu tak boleh jalan. So these are the orang kata apa roles dalam team punya composition. Okay, banyak saja you carry on your own. So I think that's all on topic 6 kot. Okay, tak ada slide baru. For your, okay, this is going to be the last class before your mid semester exam. So mid semester exam is going to be on 5th June. I don't think that nanti saya beritahu apa masuk dalam final exam as your mid semester exam, okay? But I'm sure, pretty much sure yang topik ni tak masuk. Alright. So, kalau ada soalan, tanya. I really enjoy this kind of things sebab macam bukanlah I'm not asking, I'm not telling that you punya soalan tu distract, but then it gives me yang kata apa a concentration in which I can just talk, and then if you macam rasa macam bosan ke tak boleh dengar tu, boleh pause kan, and then bila ada semangat balik boleh play balik, resume the video. Okay, I know this kind of videos are not entertaining enough. I'm sorry on my behalf that I cannot fulfill my responsibility as a good lecturer. I hope you can forgive me because I'm also learning in the same along the way. Kalau ada apa-apa, if you feel like this, if there is a slight dissatisfaction, just tell me, okay, so I can improve myself better in the future and for your own good lah, kalau macam semester kita masih berjalan. So thank you so much. This is not the last class. We will resume our class after Hari Raya. Okay, so thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.